Alright, hello again ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Wynn in Magical Diary Wolfhall. I did not press the recording button, so that's why I am now in a dungeon. And I was just trying to mess around, trying to find out a few things. But yeah, you honestly didn't miss anything. We got the message saying what do I want to do over the weekend, and I said I wanted to go into the library, the dungeons here to test out some of my spells. And it's pretty cool, to be honest with you. We managed to glitch out the dungeon here by turning... Wait, why is this like this? That's weird, I don't know. Firstly I wanted to see what would happen if you used stone shape on a corner wall like this one is here. And guess what? It turned it into a boulder. I pushed the boulder, and now it is somewhere, and I can't see the bottom. You can't use stone shape on the abyss because it tells you, hold on. There we go. The abyss is not stone, it is lack of stone. Which, you know, is obviously obvious. So we're just going to give up here and go back. It is a pleasant spring afternoon, and many students are taking advantage of sunshine to walk around the campus and admire the flowers. A pair of girls from Horse Hall are jogging around the paths, green capes bouncing behind them. A small group of people up ahead are having an animated discussion. No, an argument, and it looks like one just shoved the other. I step closer to see what's happening. A mindless violent twit, then no I don't. Kyo, please, just let it go. What have I got that he hasn't... What has he got that I haven't got, huh? He's my friend, that's all. Which means he listens to me. Maybe that's a new concept for you, listening to what a lady actually says. Shut your face! What's going on here? Did Minnie break up with Kyo to date Jacob? Please just leave me alone, this is so embarrassing. You're the one making a fool out of me. I've done everything for you and you just throw it back in my face? I'm not... You're killing me. You are. You're killing me. Is that what you want? Is that what it takes to make you happy? No. Because that's what's going to happen, isn't it? You're not leaving me any choice, admit it. Man, back off. Fix your own problems. Jacob tried to put a protective arm between Kyo and Minnie, but Kyo angrily shoved it aside. Is this about to turn into a brawl? Hey! I catch Kyo's attention before things can escalate. I think you need to leave now. Whatever. You'll be sorry, next time you won't get away. With one last glare in Jacob's direction, he walks off. Has that guy been bothering you? He's my boyfriend. Ex-boyfriend. But he loves me, he really does. And everyone says we make a perfect couple. That's no excuse for him to act like he owns you, Minnie. But I don't want a scandal. She turned and walks rapidly in the direction of the dorms, ignoring Jacob's worried glance. Jacob sighs. Sometimes you just can't make a girl see what's good for her. He leaves. And by what's good for her, he means himself, I suppose. No, honestly, Jacob has all the best intentions for Minnie. Like, seriously. Kyo? No. The reason why other people are saying, hey, this relationship is like they're perfect for each other, is because Kyo went to all of this effort to try to manipulate the situation by performing these public displays of affections. Oh well, none of my business, I suppose. At the end of the week, I have the chance to review things. We are just going to click done. What classes should I take? We are getting up there with our black magic. We will focus entirely on black magic again. Success? I'm relaxing in my room when someone knocks on my door. Oh, hi Virginia. Hey, look. Can you come talk to Ellen? Why, what's going on? I don't know, cause she won't tell me. She's been acting weird all weekend, like she's really sad or something. I thought maybe her jerk family sent her another mean letter or something, but I didn't see any in the mail. They've been sending her mean letters? Well, not really mean that I know of. I just meant, like, when they didn't want to have her home for Thanksgiving. I'm sure she'd tell me if they disowned her or something. Look, I'm not good at sensitive stuff, okay? Can you come cheer her up? I can try. It's more likely that Ellen is depressed because she's afraid she won't be able to help Musette in time. She wouldn't tell Virginia about that. It could also be because she knows that Musette has gone. Maybe, I don't know. I've been doing research as much as I could without attracting the attention of the professors, but the only potential solution I have found so far has one very large drawback. Well, we'll see. After Virginia knocks on the door and yells to be sure Ellen is dressed, she lets me in the room. Charles, you shouldn't be here, Virginia. This was her idea. She sent me to talk to you. Virginia yells, surprise, see you later, from the hallway and then closes the door. She's worried about you. Oh. I have a good idea why you're upset. You're worried about Musette, aren't you? You're afraid we won't find a solution? Actually, I think I found one. What? In order for Musette to survive in our world, she has to become alive, and for that she needs a body. Ooh! Oh! No! 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 I don't know! Ooh! Oh! Ooh! So, why not give her mine? What? That's the obvious answer, isn't it? To bring her back, let her finish school like she would have? You can't replace yourself with Musette. Why not? Isn't Musette more interesting than me, more exciting, more fun? Musette is colourful and wild, and I'm shy and boring and worthless and then she starts to cry. She'd be better at my life than me. Hey, shh, don't cry. I pat her arm awkwardly, afraid to touch her face. You're not boring or worthless. My family doesn't want me, and the teachers hate me, and nobody cares about me. What about me? You're leaving. You'll be gone, and you'll forget all about me, and I'll be alone. Oh. We've been so busy dealing with this crisis, we haven't really talked about what the end of the year means for us. When the school year ends, I'll go back to my country and she'll be left behind. I know I'm leaving, but that doesn't mean I'm going to forget about you. I never could. And people do like you. Plenty of people. You sing, you do sport, you have lots of friends. Virginia likes you, and that's why she came to find me, to see if I could make you feel better. Minnie likes you. She pushed her way into our business so that she wanted to help you. Donald and William like you. I'm pretty sure Luke likes you too. Pastel likes you. And what about Musette? Musette likes you. She'd never agree to do something that would hurt you. She wiped her eyes. The only thing I'm good for is being the smart one. If I'm not smart enough to save Musette, how good am I? Did I make this worse by insisting she was smart enough to find a solution? I'm sorry if I put too much pressure on you. You are smart, that doesn't mean you have to be perfect. And it definitely doesn't mean you have to do everything by yourself. We're a team, aren't we? You don't hate me because I don't know everything, do you? Of course not. You've got to be more kind to yourself. Let people love you. You don't really want to give up on your life. That's why you're so sad and made Virginia worried, right? I want everyone to be happy. I want you to stay here. I want Musette to be alright, and be my friend. I want my family to love me. But that's all impossible. I don't have any easy solutions for you, but that doesn't mean it's hopeless. What do you mean? I don't know your family, but you said your mother and sister kept asking about school over your holiday, right? They're confused, but they haven't forgotten about you completely. Not yet. If your family are truly awful, then you have the right to leave them and make your own life. But if you want a relationship with them, you still have a chance to rebuild it if you try. As for me, I can't stay here. I've got to go back to my homeland. I have responsibilities there. Responsibilities? There's a lot I haven't told you about my family. I haven't told anyone, and I was keeping it a secret at first, because I didn't want it to affect people's opinions of me. And then I'd never told you because it never seemed important. What are you talking about? My family is, what you'd say, old, rich and powerful. We're the trusted caretakers of our land's magic, and I am the heir. I'm not actually from Latvia at all. I said that part to mislead people. That's why I can't stay here. Well, I already knew you were from a wizard family. Ancient wizard bloodline, not much different. See, I never needed to tell you because I knew it didn't matter to you. But it makes a difference now. It means that I have to leave, but it also means that if you want to visit, I can make that happen. You want me to visit? Of course I do. I love to show you my homes, my mountain, my trees, my coastline, even the school I'll be attending if you'd like to see it. It won't be the same as seeing you all the time, but it's something. Oh. She brushes her hair away from her face. What about Musette? That's harder. All of my research says there's only one way to keep Musette alive, but you won't like it. She needs a high mana environment. She can't sustain herself in this world. For her to survive, she has to cross the spiral gate to the other world. I know. I thought that if she had a body, she could get around that. That's why I wanted to offer her mine. But if we send her to the other world, I'll never see her again, will I? I'd die if I went there. Like, she'll die if she stays here. I don't say anything. Ellen needs to come to terms with this on her own, not be bullied and coaxed into it. It's the only way, isn't it? She deserves the chance to be free. To find her own life outside the old Musette's shadow. I'm just gonna miss her. She presses her face against my shoulder, and I hold her there, my hand resting on her back. Once you've graduated from Iris Academy, once you're an adult, you can travel the high roads. You might find her again. If she hasn't forgotten me. I wish I knew a better answer. I know none of these outcomes are the ones you wanted. But even if nothing's perfect, we have to keep trying. It's the only way to move forward. Ellen sighs. So how do we do this? I'll need time to put together the components for a portal ritual, but we should carry it out as soon as possible. Musette has lasted this long, but I would never forgive myself if I were too slow to save her after coming this far. Friday, maybe? Oh. In the meantime, you should spend time with her if she's feeling up to it. I'd like to spend more time with Ellen myself and do something to make her happier. We haven't had enough good times together. Lately everything's been so stressful. But I can't be that selfish. Musette is her friend and her time is almost up. That should be the priority. Even if we all know how it has to end. Oh man. Yeah. I feel, honestly, when it comes to Ellen so far, based on the other routes I've done Barbara and Minnie's routes, I get this. With Ellen, I feel more strongly like I have this urge to like just take her, offer her to come back to my homeland with me. But of course, that's not going to be a very good idea. She has people here who still trust and care for her. If she goes off to some faraway land, she's going to be isolated from the rest of her friends, and she doesn't even speak the local language either. That is terrifying. I would not wish that on anyone. Anyway, we are learning our black magic. Hey Charles! Luke waves at me. Logan's having the last bingo game of the year. Big prizes. Do you want to come? It's $5 a card. Sorry, no money. Aw, too bad. He waves and goes on his way. Black magic class success. I awaken in the night, the sound of rain driving itself against the walls and windows. Thunder? Just a storm, nothing important. I turn over in my bed and settle back to sleep. Suddenly someone bangs on my door. Wake up! Everyone come to the gym! Is there another fire? I hurry to pull my clothes together and get moving. Out in the hall, I see Manuel knocking on the door next down. What's going on? Oh, hi, Charles. This is the first thunderstorm of the season. You have a ritual to celebrate. So we have a ritual to celebrate it. You should go to the gym. All right. In celebration of the birth of spring, the growth of new life, and the rain that feeds it all, Iris Academy celebrates the first storm of April with a thunder call. It is a dance. It is a ritual. It is exuberant chaos in flesh. Participants stomp and shout and gyrate, their hands waving, while elsewhere drums beat out ecstatic rhythms. No two in time with each other. The noise is incredible. It's a bit overwhelming, especially since I was in the middle of a night's sleep less than an hour ago. I suspect the whole affair may be too much for some students. After a while, the younger students are herded to the safety of the walls to make room for the seniors to show off their skills. They call down fire and lightning from above, wrapping and spinning it around themselves to become the embodiment of the storm. Ha! Oh, this CG is amazing. William takes the lead, keeping multiple streams of fire whipping dangerously around his limbs. Even the other seniors stop to watch. My vision is caught and dragged along by the play of lights, and even when I close my eyes I can still see them dancing. The leaping and howling continues until we are all near collapse from exhaustion and can finally go back to bed. But after so much excitement, sleep flees from my grasp. Black magic class success! And another success! Ah. The time has come. This is our last night, the end of our secret. At last Musette will be safe and free, and gone. Hey, cheer up! It's not like I'm dying or anything. No one laughs. Come on, work with me here. I'm up to a really big adventure, and I'm going to find the mysterious cities of gold, and the eldritch heart of all witchcraft. The other world won't know what hit it. When she puts it that way, I just start worrying about what trouble I'm unleashing. There, that's the face I want to see. I'm gonna learn so many secrets. You just have to wait a few years to get there and share them. You promise? Hey, it's rude to ask a witch to promise. Since when have you cared about being polite? If Musette were solid flesh, I'm sure they'd be clutching each other by now. But there's no way for them to touch, and Ellen's hands remain helpless at her sides. Okay, so, how does this work? I mean, what do I actually have to do? I gesture to an open patch of ground. I'll build the pattern there. Once the ritual starts, you'll be sealed inside of it, and we can't enter. A necessary precaution for Ellen. Then the area inside the circle will shift across the gate, and you will step out into the other world. Like an airlock? I suppose? To me it's more like a banishment or a reversal of summoning, without having summoned her first. Do I have to stand there and watch the whole time you set it up? No, not until we're ready to start. Good. She drifts back to Ellen's side and the two of them whisper to each other, while I consult my notes to draw and measure a pattern, carefully setting each component in place. Stones, sand, water. A freshly plucked flower. Candle ends, just enough remaining to burn safely but not beautifully. I'd had to ask around to collect them. Sending Musette through alone is more complicated than crossing myself would be. I wish I could tell Ellen more. I do trust her, but I have sworn my wizard's oath, and there are things I am not permitted to say. I check and double-check the designs, and then at last I stand. I'm ready. One last thing. I didn't want to risk this before, but... Oh no. With a wicked grin, the spirit girl rushes towards Ellen, leaping towards her body, and vanishing. Ellen! Did Musette take possession of her body? Did they plan this together? That felt very strange. Now you've got a little bit of me inside you. That sounds wrong. What did you do? Nothing, I just wanted to see what would happen if we overlapped. It's okay, I'm fine. We can't even touch. I just wanted to try once before I was gone. I suppose that makes sense. Are you ready now? Yes. Musette takes her place within the pattern, and I signal Ellen to light the candles. In hushed tones I chant the names of the benevolent ones who stand between the worlds, invoking their aid to form a bridge between here and elsewhere. Within the pattern, the darkness is pierced by a view of another world. Trees that twist, paths that glow, flowers that sing. It glitters in place. A world in crystal, a portal, open to our eyes and yet locked just out of reach. It's so beautiful. The bubble of unreality reaches its peak and then begins to reverse, drawing itself back across the veil, carrying Musette with it. Goodbye. Oh, the chills up my spine, oh my goodness. The candles flicker and fade. The window to the other world closes. Everything is still. Are you alright? Sorry, Charles, I'd rather be alone right now. She walks back to her dorm, head down. I don't think she ought to be alone, but she asked me to, and I have to respect what she wants, don't I? I just wish I knew how to make this better. Oh boy. We get allowances, and we actually get money this time. I should check and see if Ellen's feeling any better yet. On my way to Horse Hall, I encounter a familiar face. Oh, hi Charles. Hi, is Ellen in your room? She's sleeping. You should leave her to it, she looked really tired. I really don't want the details of what gross things you two have been up to late at night, but it's wearing her out. We weren't doing anything gross. Right. Anyway, don't bother her. She needs to sleep. Virginia has a good point. I wanted to do something to make Ellen feel better, but right now she needs to recover. I should do something special for her. Something more than just a day at an American mall. For that, I need to write to my Ooh, what are we doing? For now, what should I do today? We should go study. The spring sunlight is too enticing to stay indoors. After all, there won't be many days like this left. Not for me, not here. In the distance, I can see Minnie walking beside a figure in Walpole robes. Her arm linked intimately through his. It seemed that she and Kyo are a couple again. Well, I suppose it is the season for romance and new beginnings. My thoughts are interrupted as something flies over my head, making me flinch. Sorry, Charles! She grins and waves, then runs to pick up her football. Springtime. New life, new energy. Beginnings, and soon, for me, an ending. Ah. At the end of the week, I have the chance to review things I've learned. Done. Hey Luke, you got a date lined up for the May Day ball? How long have I got? It's on May Day, the 1st of May? Right. Do you have a date? Nope, don't even know who to ask. Maybe I should just go with Luke, huh? What? We can be bachelor buddies and drink all the punch. Well, maybe. I leave them to sort out their romantic confusion. Oh, that's right. Because we are with Ellen this time, Donald can't ask Ellen out. Oh, man. Donald and Ellen make such a great couple, though. They're amazing. What should I do this week? This isn't our final week, so we can try to get black magic up as fast as possible. I can't find Ellen. I looked for her after classes, but she wasn't around. I checked the gym and the library, nothing. And Virginia said that her roommate had gone out, and she'd assume Ellen was with me. What she doesn't know is that Ellen hasn't been with me since Musette left us. I was giving her space and waiting for something that I thought might help, but now I'm worried. Did I leave her alone too long with her sadness? There's one obvious place left to look. I walk out among the trees where we found mysteries and said farewell to a friend. And there I stop. Aww. Aww. Ellen is seated under Musette's tree, her eyes closed, dappled patterns of spring sunlight shimmering over her golden hair. Her feet are bare, her shoes are sitting upright together under a nearby bush, with her socks stuffed inside of them. She doesn't look sad, only peaceful and very still. Ellen? There's no reaction, not even a change in her smile. A gentle breeze ruffles the leaves overhead and shifts the strands of her hair. Ellen doesn't move. Ellen! And then her eyes open. Wow, look at those. Oh my goodness. Those eyes are amazing. They are so golden. Are you alright? Just a moment, I can't hear you. She reaches her hand into her hair and removes 2 tiny plugs from her ears. What were you doing? Listening to Musette's recordings. It's all that I have left of her, of either of them. These were her memories. As long as someone remembers, then she's not completely gone. A part of her is in me. Today was her birthday, did you know? April 15th. When the wizards made Musette's parents forget, when they made her forget herself, that was wrong. But I can work to preserve her memories. And mine. I've decided that I need to talk to my family more, and tell them more about who I am. I know I can't talk about magic, so they'll never really understand me, but I can at least remind them of who I've been most of my life. If they're not sure who I am, I can at least tell them how I want them to see me, That's great. It also means I can't visit you in your country, at least not this year. I don't want my family to forget me. I need to go home for the summer. Do you understand? Of course. I'll miss her, but we have to make choices. Right. Wait, maybe I need to tell her that. You know that I'll miss you, right? Yes. I was right. She was feeling insecure again. I want to take you home with me and tell you all about my world, but you need your family and they need you. And mine needs me. There aren't any perfect solutions. We can't have everything. We have to make the best out of what we can. It's not easy making choices and accepting the consequences. And I respect you for being able to make decisions and move forward. Oh, I was worried about you. Actually, I got you a present. What? I was trying to think of something that might give you hope, and I withdraw an item from my pocket. It's a polished black sphere, smaller than an American baseball, but heavy for its size. It's an obsidian gazing ball. They're good for scrying if you wanted to try and learn to contact the other world. Am I allowed to do that? Is that safe? You should probably speak with Miss Darden. She has more experience with object-focused magic. There are always risks, but if you don't listen to lies and don't cross the spiral gate. And anyway, it's also dangerous listening to me set recording on school grounds. Right. If I didn't trust you to make your own choices, I would make myself sick worrying. You've learned many things and you know what's at stake now. You can handle this. I hand her back the glass orb and she holds it up to the light. We usually expect a crystal ball to be clear. There's a good thing it's not. What do you mean? A clear glass lens in sunlight would start a fire. That's science. Please, no science. Arcanistry. She wriggles merrily and then suddenly looks down at the ground. My shoes! She scrambles over to cover up her feet. I think she's going to be okay. Aw, Ellen. Aw. Alright, we're just skipping through our classes here. On Saturday morning I get my allowance. We're gonna go study. There are many students, but Minnie is not among them. At the end of the week I have the chance to review things. We are clicking done here. What classes should I take this week? The simple answer is, of course, Black Magic. 6, 7, 8, 9. That should be all good, actually. Success? Hello, Charles. Hi. He holds up a wide metal canister. The inner walls shine silver, but the outside has been wrapped in pale blue paper. Excuse me. And decorated with glued-on stones at the top and bottom. Inside the can is a jumble of American money. I'm collecting funds for the May Day Ball. Would you like to contribute? The year's almost over and you won't need your allowance for anything else. Yeah, I'm gonna donate all my money. Thanks, Charles. He smiles at me and goes down to the next door in the hall to continue his quest. Someone's knocking on my door. Yoo-hoo, Charles! Professor Potsdam? I step out of the hall to find Luke and Donald already there. Good morning, my larks, and how nice it is to see you up so bright and early. We're up because you woke us up? That doesn't mean it can't be nice. Now, I need to talk to you boys about what's happening next week. The dance? The yearbook photos? No, I mean your final exam. Shouldn't that be final exams? Plural form? Oh no, dear. Your final exam is a group exercise. After all, to be functioning members of magical society, American wizards must learn to work with others. Isn't that right, Charles? Right. Ordinarily, we pair freshmen up with roommates that they've been getting to know all the year. However, Charles has no roommate. Therefore, I have decided that the three of you will work together as a team. Right. Right. It's a good thing we all get along fairly well. So, how does this work? Oh, you know I can't tell you what an exams challenge it will be ahead of time. No, I mean, like, if one of us fails, do we all fail? You'll just have to work that out amongst yourselves now, won't you? Remember, teamwork. She sweeps away, crystals chiming. I'm gonna screw everything up. Dude, don't panic. We'll be there to help you. It'll be okay. Probably. Well, if we're going to be at our best, we better focus on our classes now. Luke makes an unhappy sound through his nose. What has Potsdam got planned? Black magic class success? We are nearly there. We did it! We mastered two schools of magic. Well, my little moles, are your claws strong and clean? Please follow me. Ooh, we are in the dungeons. Today we'll be discussing the most powerful spell of black magic available to first-year students. If you choose to devote yourself to this path, it will completely reshape the way you approach dungeons. And I say reshape for a very good reason. In our previous classes you learned to shape objects from one form into another. That's one of the major uses of black magic, to affect and rearrange a solid substance. But when you are in a dungeon, there is solid substance all around you. So why not reshape it to your needs? With the dig spell and enough mana at your fingertips, you can do just that. You don't have to fight your way through traps and monsters if you dig your passage around them. With a pulse of black magic, the wall fades away, leaving solid stone behind. Of course, there's much you could do before by destroying or reshaping the wall. Digging opens up more options. She repeats her spell, and this time the base rock is transformed into a tunnel, creating a new passageway. Now, there are a few things you should be aware of before you set to work. Digging is slow and expensive. It can take many castings and a great deal of mana to blaze a new trail. One stone wall does not need much mana to dig through, but a rock with a more rigid pattern requires more energy. And some materials will resist completely. In our dungeons, you cannot dig around staircases, it wouldn't be safe. Also, please consider the consequences before digging a hole in the floor. Especially a floor you're standing on. Achievement Black Mastery, I learnt a new spell. Remove stone in the desired location, mana cost depends on target, 10 for a wall, 25 for solid rock. Whoa, very nice. Alright, well, 32 minutes. We are going to end this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Oh man, we are getting close to the end of this one. I can't believe I've already recorded 3 of the routes in this game. That's incredible. Yeah, to give you context, the latest video, as of the time of this recording, that I have just uploaded, was, hold on a second, I am just uploading episode 8 of Minnie's route at this time, so yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. But yeah, and oh man, Ellen has got to be up there now as one of my favourite routes so far. Either first or second, depending on Barbara, or like contesting with Barbara. I'm sorry, Minnie, you are amazing, don't get me wrong. You are absolutely amazing, but I have to give this to Barbara or Barbara and Ellen. But yeah, alright, thank you guys so much for watching, I hope you've enjoyed, I'll see you next time. Take care.